Hey guys, it's Jesse Brown at Reliable Investment Group. Hey, so we're out at the Doublewide. I showed you guys it getting delivered. We're at the next stages of doing the clearing so we can get this house pulled back to its final resting place. The two halves are here, as you guys can see. We wrap these things up in plastic just to protect them from the elements. I think I showed you guys that in the previous video. So my guys have been out here. They're at lunch right now, but they've been out working, clearing. There's a lot of trees to clear out of here, some big, tall trees, but they've done a good job. As you can see, the equipment there is sitting around where the house pad will be. We do have a little bit of a ditch to go over with the house. They're gonna build this up some so the house doesn't drag. We've got our culvert in so the water runs through and doesn't wash the gravel away. It's gonna be a beautiful home site. It'll sit about 300 foot off the road back in here. I'm trying to leave it as wooded as possible. I'm gonna walk down in here and give you guys kind of an idea of what it's going to look like. We are walking down the driveway at this point. We're going to do a gravel driveway. We're running the driveway sort of along the property line. Property line's right over in these trees here, not far from the edge of the driveway. When doing this, we've got to keep in mind, we got to make sure we have enough room for the house. To get the equipment in here, we have to have a septic tank installed, the water line ran, and positive drainage. If you can notice, it's kind of crowned up there. That'll allow the water to run away from the home instead of underneath the home. So we've got the house pad that's going to be setting in this area here. Later on, we'll show you the footers that'll go in. But as you can see, this level area, that is the house pad. It's going to be a beautiful site. Look how far back we've walked. This thing sits really far back off of the road. Here's the well here. They've got it dug and capped. We're gonna have to trench that all the way back to the back where the house is gonna be setting. We'll get the well guys out here in the next coming weeks to do that for us. Again, this sits pretty far back off the road. It's fairly wooded. I think we're gonna put a fence around the back and the sides. It's gonna be a beautiful home site. I can't wait for you guys to see the finished product. We're gonna do a gravel driveway going up to the house, and we'll have a little level parking pad right in this area beside the home. Now we're going to take a look at the footers. These are concrete footers. This is actually what the house rests on, the piers of the house. Set up a little bit different than the modular home that I showed you in other videos. This will be set directly onto this footer. As you can see the circles there, those will be where the piers are. The piers will sit on the marriage line, and they'll sit on the perimeter of the house. We will do brick underpinning. With a Doublewide, the brick underpinning is something that's done after the house is set, which is a little bit different, again, than the modulars, and those are done, the foundation's done prior to the house being set. So we're all ready for the house to get pulled back here. So let's take a look at that. So it's the next day. The guys have gotten the house pulled back to the back. As you can see, the driveway's cleared now. They are currently working on setting it. It's an amazing process. This one doesn't require a crane. It requires what's called a house cat, or you can use a loader to pull it into place. But they hooked up to it where it was resting in prior videos, and they pull the thing on back here, clearing the driveway, clearing the ditch. See how much we've built it up here to get past that steep slope. But again, the guys are back here working. They've got all the equipment here. What they will do is they will set the front half, which is what you see here. Those piers that I showed you are underneath the house, and they'll tie this down with hurricane straps once it's complete. Now again, those are the pier footers which set on the I-beam. I talked to you guys before about the I-beam underneath the home. That is what stabilizes the home and keeps it level. They put a level on there and just make sure the floors are level and everything like that. That's how it's done. We'll put those two halves together. They'll lag bolt this marriage wall, the floor, and the roof. And then the reconstruction will begin from there. As you can see, this front half, they've already taken the plastic off. That is set in place, or they're finishing getting it final set in place. That marriage wall will come together with the back half, and like I said, they'll lag both those together. Once we seam the marriage wall, it'll never look like it was ever moved before. Got the plastic off the back half at this point, and they're going to scoot the back half over and marry it to the front half. And as I say, this process is so amazing, it won't even look like the same home once we get it done. So setting double wides is something I've done for over a decade now. The equipment nowadays is very sophisticated, to where you can literally set a double wide in a few hours with 3 or 4 guys. As you see now, they have that back half pretty much in place. Very quick. It's not even noon. These guys got started early, and it was 4 guys. So it's a very, very simple process with the right equipment, and they're all basically set the same. Depending on the wind code or hurricane code, we set them to those standards. We'll have the inspector come out and inspect the setup. He'll look at the piers, he'll look at the tie-down straps, he'll look at the marriage wall here to make sure their lags are properly installed, and they'll lag that. They have it already lagged all the way to the top. As you can see, those holes, those are where the lags go. And they do the same with the floor, and they do the same with the roof. So we're going to take the heat pump from this area where it was previously, and we're going to stick it on the back of the house. I never liked the heat pump sitting in front. We're going to put it back on this back right corner. We'll build some decks here on that door. We may end up changing that door out and just putting sliding glass doors in. We've got a couple new ones that we're dying to get rid of. Here's sort of a look at the permit center, the permit box. When the inspector comes out, he'll put our job results in the box. Those have to be posted up on every site with a permit card, job address, and a job box. Those are things that they require. Here's a look at the inside where the marriage wall comes together. Again, that sheetrock will be refinished. The entire house will look like a totally different house. I can't wait to get to the finished product here and show you guys what everything looks like when we're done. But they'll come in and they'll tear out the carpet, which we've done most of already. As you can see, they'll pull up the toilets, and we'll patch any holes in the walls. We'll put down new flooring, and we'll do the trim, and we'll paint the entire house. It's going to be a beautiful transformation. It is truly a transformation. Thank you guys for watching my video. I can't wait to see you back again. If you know anyone interested in the 3-bedroom, 2-bath in the Mooresville, North Carolina area, give us a call. Thank you.